Break the internet famous Ozark.
Stop buying this knife.
Thought we were done talking about the Ozark Trail knife.
Is it fake? Is it junk?
Benchmade bug out versus Ozark Trail no name.
Looks an awful lot like the Benchmade bug out.
This knife has become very popular.
That worked surprisingly well.
Ozark Trail Folding D2 $10 knife.
I can tell you I have spent way more than $10 worth of material trying to sharpen this knife.
But they do have some blade play out of the box.
Oh no! Oh no. Oh, I didn't think that was gonna happen.
All I'm gonna say is Ozark Trail, baby. Walmart in the house. What's up? So I've been waiting for this for a long time. This is a knife that was sold out. It's kind of viral. That's why I wanted to check it out and give it a video. Super budget knife, $10. Ozark Trail, Walmart. Whoosh. Surgically. Oh yeah, slicing. What you know about it? Into another package. They were out of stock for so long. Dude. That's pretty crazy. I mean, it's enough for me. We'll see. That's what they look like. 7.5 folding knife. D2 high carbon steel. D2, interesting. Injection molded. My first reaction when I touch the handle is that I don't like the feel of it. It kind of looks cheap too. I mean, $10 for a knife that's rocking D2 and like a axis lock style. It's like an axis lock. It really is. Ooh. Dude, is there a hollow ground in this? I think it's hollow ground. Oh, okay. All right. That is smooth. For $10, this is crazy. It is crazy. All right, let's do a quick walkthrough. You know what? Hit him with the B-roll first. Tough to make an opinion on this because again the $10 thing is what's so wild. It's insane. Like $10 knives are what like I used to go get at a store called Charlie John's. It's a general store at my parents' lake house, and they had really crappy like garage knives, and they were like $10. You know, this hollow ground is pretty nuts. Deep carry clip, not flush screws in there. There's liners, obviously, but they're milled out. It's starting to be like, this is crazy for $10. But dude, in terms of like action, there's blade play. I'm gonna see if I can tighten it a little bit. It has a little bit of blade play, not too much. Tighten it a tad. Feels better, but it's probably gonna be tight. Oh, it isn't, dude. What? Like no play. There's bend because I feel like I could break this. Maybe I'll try it. See if you could just go like, you know. I've heard you could do that with a bug out. What's the name of this knife? We are going to keep this package when we look through it. So it says Ozark Trail, outdoor equipment, 7.5-inch folding knife, D2 high carbon steel blade, which is interesting. The D2 is, you know, for $10 is pretty wild. Injection handle, yeah, I know that. That's definitely true. They're calling it a side lock. The handle's 4.25 inches. The blade is 3.25. Very EDC friendly. And, like, I can't tell you the last time I got a knife that was like a plastic wrap knife like this that you could just hang. It'd be pretty funny to just hang one in my studio. There's just like a little bit of movement in the closed position. There's holes in this indent are so you could reverse the clip for like lefties, which is so nice. They're taking care of lefties. One of the things I don't like is this coating is super shiny. I love like matte black, but again, like that probably costs more money and more effort to do. So the finishes are not my favorite, but the form of it, like the silhouette, the overall package for $10 is insane. But is it like a bug out beater? Absolutely not. No way. They're totally different. Like, I've seen videos like, oh, this could take out the bug out or something. Nobody really means that, I think, because before I opened it, I could feel the cheapness level. But that's okay, because this is a cheap knife, and it is insane for what it is. I really want to, like, actually test this. Let's get some paper really quick, and then, I mean, maybe I'll do some, like, food testing. I hate on it, and then I'm like, but it's $10. Dude, it's super sharp. What? It's really sharp. Okay. Oh, man, we're going to have to cut some things. I mean, that just sliced right through. I like what I see. I mean, dude, the function's there already. Like, I've had much more expensive knives come way duller than that. I wonder if it's really D2, you know? All right. So that was my initial impressions. It's been maybe 2 weeks since I got this. I've carried it that whole time. And there's some good and bad here. There's really a lot to talk about. The first thing to talk about is really the action here is crazy, dude, for a $10 knife. I've never felt a knife $10 that's this smooth and that locks up this well, but that is super tight in there. There is no movement other than some bend, like I said before. I've never seen a crossbar lock at this price. For easy cutting tasks, this performed really well. It came with a sharp edge, not a very consistent edge. As you can see, there's inconsistencies on the edge right there. It's really not a pretty edge, to be honest. I don't like it that it says China right there. You don't need to slap that on the knife. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the coating. These handles actually grew on me. When I first opened that box, I was like, ugh. I'm also not really used to carrying FRN that much. I do sometimes, but obviously the main comparison that this knife gets is Benchmade bug out. Now, I don't have a base bug out here to check out, but I also don't really want to compare this to the bug out. There's tons of videos on the internet that do that. If you want to see that, go ahead. I will kind of look at the designs together, but very close in form. It's obvious that they wanted to get something extremely close to the bug out. I don't think it's a copy. To be a copy, you have to be exact. This is just extremely influenced, which is okay in my book. Like I said, I'm not a huge Benchmade guy, but the bug out, I love the form of the bug out. Something about this handle just feels aluminum, like higher end handle. So it's hard to compare the two, like I said. I really just want to look at the silhouettes here are very similar. Let me see the thicknesses. I think the bug out's a little thinner, right? Yeah, the bug out's thinner. The big weapon that this knife has, its weapon in any argument, is that it's $10. And to illustrate that and how crazy that is of a price, I want to bring in some knives that I think are a better comparison than the bug out, where you're talking much closer price. What are we bringing to the table? The truth here is I can't find another knife this good for $10. I can find a knife this good for more money, but $10 is a crazy price. Let's illustrate that, okay? So coming in here, $29, Civivi Praxis. Amazing knife, right? For the price, definitely. $1 less than 3 times the price. What you're getting for that $30 is QC off the charts. I've never had a CVV come to me messed up. This is D2. Look at the coating. Much more a matte finish. This is really comfortable in hand. This is a great knife. $29. I thought it was less than that. So 3 times the price is where I'm starting in my collection, but we'll look elsewhere to see if we can find anything cheaper online. Next one, $30. Is the Reich P801. This is an amazing budget knife. I had to put this back together because I was cutting the flipper off. I'm just not a big flipper guy. This does normally come with a flipper tab. It's amazing. It's got 14 C28N for $30, which is, hey, you might want to think about that. Literally one of my top budget choices if I recommend it to anybody. I thought this came in at like $24. I was wrong. $30, 3 times as much as this. So you keep on going anywhere in the same ballpark. We have another $30 option. The Cutjack D2. Amazing FRN knife. Really good comparison to this. But again, 3 times the price. But what are you getting? D2, same steel. We don't know about the quality of D2 here. I know steel will. In my experience, they do really good with their D2. It holds an edge for a great amount of time. Super thin, liner lock. Lots going on here for $30. This is a modded one, obviously. This does not come with a Spidey hole. I put that in that. But again, 3 times the price, dude. This was interesting for me to see because I was like, I can get pretty close to that $10 number in my collection somewhere. Very hard to find. Next one is the CJRB Pyrite Lightweight, which I thought was way cheaper. Nope, it's $50 for the base version. This one is a little bit more with the Damascus blade. Incredible knife with FRN. I literally love this knife. The size, the carry, the shape, everything about it. The blade is amazing, slicey, blah, 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 blah. But that's still $50, dude. Can't get anywhere close to it still. This is literally like the best I could do in my collection. This is a Tough Light from Cold Steel. I have a triad lock knife. Amazing blade shape. This is a machine through boxes. 3 times the price. I thought this was going to get closer, dude. So just to illustrate how hard it is to get down to $10.
So obviously I don't have anything like really close to that in my collection. So let's go online and see if we could find something that might match up with it.
The first place I'm checking is White Mountain Knives. Obviously, it's my favorite knife store. I sort by price from lowest to highest to see what comes up. And right away, I see some budget-friendly options. The cheapest knife here is $8.99. But just from the design, it clearly falls into the gas station knife category. I wouldn't even consider this. It's got 3 CR13 steel, overly flashy handles, and no thoughtful design choices. So moving up to $9.99, I see another option with 8 CR13 MOV and aluminum G10 handle scales. While the design isn't terrible, it feels outdated and low end, and it's still nowhere near what I'm looking for. I'm also not sure that's aluminum. There are a few other knives around the $10 mark, but nothing noteworthy, so let's move on to Amazon and see what we can find there. I'm going to filter the results to show knives priced at $25 or less. Right away, I see a gas station style knife for $9.99, but then whoa dude, I spot a classic, the Gerber Paraframe Mini. It's also at $9.99. I'm not going to knock this one because it's the knife that started so many people's obsession with knives, including mine. I'll always have a soft spot in my heart for that thing. After searching a bit more, I couldn't find any solid $10 comparisons. I did come across some bug-out adjacent knives, but they were twice the price, and most were either a direct clone of the bug-out or variants that didn't look as good. And here's something interesting. This one is priced higher than the Ozark Trail knife, but it seems to punch way above its price range. At $16.90, it's $7 more than the Ozark Grail, but it offers a ton of value for the price. But still, the Ozark Trail is the $10 champ. Moving on from searching, now I gotta test it for myself. Nothing crazy, just some normal everyday tasks. One thing to note is I've already used this knife cutting some food and processing a bunch of boxes. Up to this point, it's performed great. Let's check it out. Color me impressed. The next thing I wanted to do is bring it to my parents' house. Show it to my dad and see his reaction for the price.
Donphil, Bakpak Dad in the house. He knows nothing about the knife that we've been talking about in this video. I'm giving him one for his collection, but I want to get his thoughts of it. So maybe he heard us talk about it.
Oh, I've seen this knife.
But do you know what it is?
No.
All right, let me unpack it really quick here. This is what he's getting. So the way you unlock it is like that. Okay, so you just pull down. It keeps your hand out of the way. So it's called a crossbar lock. So you use, yeah, there you go. You use the flipper, and then you pull that down, straight down. That was good. But just take a look at it. What do you think this knife would cost?
$100.
Really?
Yeah.
It's actually...
No, it's actually cheaper.
Yeah, why? Are you feeling it now?
No, it definitely feels cheaper. The scales...
Well, the scales are FRN, so they're plastic.
So I way overestimated.
Yeah, it's $10.
$10. I
$10.
knew it was $10.
Yeah, it's the $10 one we've been talking about on the live.
This on,
yes. Yeah.
I watched your live.
But it's incredible for the price. So there is no knife out there that, like, I've searched high and low to find a knife better than...
That is a good value for 10.
Right, $10, that's crazy, right?
$10, yes.
Deep carry clip. You don't have any, like, crossbar locks. It's really sharp, but I need you to tell me, you use your knife a lot, so you got to tell me how it holds up over time.
Oh, I will.
And then I will
put this to use.
I know, that's why I'm giving it to you.
Garden season's
coming up. So I want to know how long it, like, holds an edge.
Next thing it'll be cutting and be daffodils.
Yes. Very cool. Thank you. Say bye. Thanks. You're the man. So he's going to test it more.
This will be under the test.
Donphil confirmed it's a good buy for $10.
For $10, you can't go wrong.
Nice. Yes. Okay. For $10, you can't go wrong. I think my dad nailed it there. I was skeptical at first. A lot of the videos that I saw about this knife were opinion-based, like extremely, or super nuts, like using it to baton, which is so crazy. The truth is, this is the best $10 knife I've ever seen. It's worth $10 all day. Once you pass that $10 price point, you're going to find knives that start to compete, like that $17 knife on Amazon. That being said, this is the undisputed $10 or less pocket knife. I'm a fan. Yo, what's up? It's Brent. How you doing? Good to see you. Glad you're here. If you're not subscribed, do it. Slash that subscribe button. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm trying to put out more. So, see you next time. Peace. Later.